Good morning. We're going to file this under the Quilly Vanity Project playlist. Some of what made me moved me. Some of what moved me to do the letter writing and the reaching out was that in the last few years of my mom's life, the undiagnosed autism was late realizing that's why mom was a black sheep, in the family. So I had communications with the doctors trying to unwind some of the tangled web she had left, the behaviors she had learned to survive in a unkind world for neurodivergent people. Yeah, I wonder how things would have been different if her needs had been understood as a little girl, instead of being fed phenobarbital and farmed out to caretake for an older lady when she was 7. Maybe she could have been with the family on the farm. So, oh Lord, I just learned how to put my microphone on. I think this whole time I've had the big swinging mic, and the software I'm using was using the laptop's microphone. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, that explains why I didn't get good pickup. So, I'm going to do the split screen. I'm learning how to do that. Let's see if we can go over that. Oh, boom. It worked. Here's the website I made for my mom. Striving for a Better World. Just to give you, below is the welcome page created while mom could understand what I wrote for her. Temple Grandin may be a recognized name in autism, but I lean into the idea that her life path was influenced by wealth and privilege. What if her parents had been poor and sick themselves? Maybe her story would be closer to mom's story than the one we have come to associate with Ms. Grandin. So, my childhood and mom's autism I can make sense out of it now more than I could then. But one of the things is she was poet laureate of Oklahoma for the 200th anniversary, the Bicentennial. And we relocated from California to Oklahoma, and oh my God, there was so much trauma around that. But her poem did get read into the congressional record by, I guess, the Oklahoma senator at the time, whoever did it. I could probably look through her papers. But this is what I wrote. My comment about her poem, America, We Love You. In 1975, the United States was still torn over the Vietnam War. The civil rights movement was fiercely divisive. Former President Richard Nixon had blighted the highest office in the nation. History repeats itself. I would posit that these words ring more truly today. Than they did almost 50 years ago. I hated this poem. I hated it because it disrupted my 3rd grade going into 4th grade life. And yet somehow it compels me now. Bind up your bleeding wounds. It is not your fault, but ours. That blows have fallen to cause you shame. My mom's poetry never had the right cadence to me. You know, there's the resentment as a child for it, because her poetry meant more than I did. Not understanding it was the autism and the special interests and her lack of processing, sensory processing. She was uncomfortable with touch, so she was unloving to me, not because of choice or spite, right? So I'm going to start over. And last time I read this in front of anybody was probably the 4th grade talent show for school. And we moved around a lot, so I didn't have any talents. My talent was reading my mom's effing poem. Wow. America, we love you. Bind up your bleeding wounds. It is not your fault, but ours, that blows have fallen to cause you shame. There is no land better than you. Your idealism still holds hope for us. Your wounds will heal. We, your people, will learn. Hold your head high, America. You are the land of the brave. Your scars will make your freedom bells more mellow and ring louder and clearer for all. America, we, your people, love you. By my mom, who did not have an easy life. Let me go back to see what else I wrote about this. There is a kinship needed in our social structure. It is human nature. A national identity reinforces the social contract to provide a framework for civility. Not that one nationality is inherently superior. We need a big tent supported by respect and compassion, populated by a diverse citizenry. Even a global pandemic has not united us as a nation. I really would have thought a trauma bonding, if nothing else, would have eased some of the unrest in our land. Alas, the opposite is that. The opposite to that is gripping us and draining our collective spirit. So, my mom was, and in this website, she was an activist, anti-psychiatry activist. Imagine that. And so the Quilly Project was part of a grieving that I wasn't allowing myself. Haven't allowed myself. All right. Wow. Okay. Quilly's Vanity Project. Yeah, well, I'm glad the picture was smaller for that. Woo-hoo.